Right, and moving on, founded in 2005 by opposition leader Raila Odinga, ODM has continued to hold a significant influence in Kenya's political arena, particularly in its efforts to push for political and economic reforms. Is President William Ruto out to maim, incapacitate and debilitate Orange Democratic Party? And will he eventually immobilize Kenya's longest opposition party, ODM? Let's have a look.
Ready? Very good.
Orange Democratic Movement Party, a political party that has proven its mettle by surviving 17 years of insurmountable challenges, is now on the edge to remain a political powerhouse in Kenya. The Chungwa Party, as is popularly known, was founded in 2005 by opposition leader Raila Odinga. For many years, ODM, which is presently a member of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance that also has Jubilee, Wiper, NARC Kenya and KANU parties among others, has continued to hold significant influence in Kenya's political arena, particularly in its efforts to push for political and economic reforms. Recently, ODM's downfall, however, appears imminent following President Ruto's actions of wooing some leaders aligned with Odinga to join forces with him. President Ruto and Odinga faced off in the August 2022 presidential elections, in which Odinga made his fifth bid for the presidency, but ultimately lost narrowly to President Ruto.
Kwanza niseme Azimio inawezekana na itawezekana, na nitamuelezea bibi.
President Ruto hosted 9 members of parliament allied with Odinga on Tuesday at State House in Nairobi, in a move viewed as daring and aimed at weakening the ODM party and diminishing Odinga's influence. The leaders who visited President Ruto included Kisumu Senator Tom Ojienda, who led his colleagues comprised of members of Parliament Gideon Ochanda of Bondo, Karoli Omondi of Suba South, Elisha Odhiambo of Gem, Shakil Shabir of Kisumu East, Paul Abuor of Rongo, Mark Nyamita of Oriri, Walter Owino of Awendo, and Felix Oduor alias Jalango of Langata. The meeting subsequently incited fury among ODM's leaders and senior members, who reprimanded their colleagues for deviating from the party's stance. Philip Etale, the ODM Director of Communication, described the actions of the rebellious members of Parliament as being self-serving and not aligning with the desires of the public. Senior-ranking party members Governors James Orengo of Siaya and Anyang' Nyong'o of Kisumu scolded their colleagues, insisting that the party did not sanction their visit. The latest disquiet and division in the party portends its irreversible misfortunes, coming at a time when Odinga has intensified his nationwide rallies in protest of his claim that the 2022 election was stolen. In the 3 rallies Odinga has held in Kamukunji, Jacaranda and Kibra, a majority of his troops have been on a no-show in what has amplified the simmering tension within the outfit that all is not well. According to some observers, President Ruto's latest move to entertain some opposition leaders is indicative of his wider strategy to weaken Odinga. During his first 2-day developmental visit to Nyanza in January 2023, President Ruto dangled goodies to the residents and urged them to support the government.
Wananchi wa hapa Homa Bay kwa kutukaribisha. Nilikuja mapema baada ya uchaguzi katika kanisa hapa Homa Bay, na niliwaahidi ya kwamba haitakuwa muda mrefu nitarudi hapa kwa mambo ya mipango ya maendeleo ya Kenya na mipango ya maendeleo ya Homa Bay. Leo mimi nimefika hapa kwa heshima kubwa ili tuungane na viongozi wenu na tufanye ile kazi mlitupatia kupitia kwa kura zenu.
Thursday, Odinga held a parliamentary group meeting of the Azimio coalition to stem the fallout. Full details of the meeting remain scant, but one key agenda was to discipline members from both Jubilee and the Orange Democratic Movement who have defied the coalition's agenda, one of them, Lang'ata Member of Parliament, Jalango. The parliamentary group meeting was aimed to devise strategies to thwart Kenya Kwanza Alliance business in the House.
We must also exercise tolerance. When somebody wants to say sorry, don't throw them out. I see that is a point of departure. I will not withdraw my remarks. I will not withdraw my remarks, but imagine the state of mind poor Jalango is in.
Already, close to 32 Jubilee members of parliament have joined forces with President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza Alliance, breaking ranks with the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. President William Ruto and his Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua held a meeting with the legislators who hail from the National Assembly and Senate. Led by nominated Member of Parliament Sabina Chege and Yala Member of Parliament Kanini Kega, the leaders committed to working with the government and abandoned opposition leader Raila Odinga's revolution agenda.
I've said, this is the time for politics. You will be told the time for politics is over. Now it's time for development. I believe I'm addressing a team of politicians. If there's a time for politics is over, there's no job for members of parliament. Because that is what you're doing, that's what you're paid for. You're politicians. That's why you're in parliament. And politics and development are intertwined. Politics and development are intertwined like two mating dogs. This is what you're paid for. You're paid to politic. You're paid to politic. You cannot. If the time for politics is over, then close parliament and let the bureaucrats continue doing the development. The work of politicians is to politic, and politics is development. And that's why there's no need for politicians to go and beg the executive for development. That is a right of the people of Kenya. People of Kenya pay taxes. They pay taxes, and that's why it should not be like as if it is a generosity of the president that you're going to get roads. That because of the president is considerate, you're going to get water. You're going to get health centers. You're going to get affordable housing scheme. That is why you go to national government with a clear mandate, and you also have county government with a clear mandate.
President Ruto insists on having a strong opposition to keep his government in check. He has submitted proposals to Parliament for a constitutional amendment to establish the office of the official opposition leader. But pundits question, is President William Ruto, however, contradicting himself, and will he eventually cripple Kenya's longest opposition party, ODM? Time will only reveal the answer. For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Bushabi Jr.